Have you ever felt a subtle unease, a nagging suspicion that something isn't quite right with the world around us? It's not just a feeling, it's a cold, hard fact. Beneath the polished veneer of daily life, a hidden hand orchestrates events, shaping our destinies without our knowledge. They are the true architects of our reality, pulling strings from the shadows. From the halls of power to the mundane choices you make every single day, their influence is everywhere. They control the flow of information, the prices at the market, and even the seemingly random trends that dominate our culture. This isn't just about politics or economics, it's about the very fabric of our perceived freedom. Their silent grip tightens with each passing moment. Most people walk through life oblivious, but a select few see past the veil. One such individual is Larry Simon Quaid, a man who, like a beacon in the darkness, illuminated the patterns we couldn't perceive. Larry has dedicated his life to exposing the truth. His journey mirrors the struggle many of us face when confronting the undeniable. What if I told you that everything you thought you knew about historical events, major decisions, and even trivial daily occurrences was nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion? This video is going to peel back those layers, revealing the symbols, the rituals, and the surprisingly mundane methods they employ. Prepare yourself, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. The rabbit hole goes much deeper than you can imagine. Now is the time to wake up to the truth. Open your eyes and let the scales fall away. We're about to embark on a journey that will fundamentally change your perception of reality. Every detail, every connection will be laid bare. Pay close attention because the clues are everywhere, hidden in plain sight. This isn't just theory, it's a guide to understanding the true architects of our shared existence. Their influence, you see, isn't just on the grand geopolitical stage. It seeps into the most mundane aspects of our lives, controlling even the temperature settings of your household appliances. Think about it. Does your toaster truly give you the perfect shade of golden brown every time? Or does it oscillate between burnt and barely warm based on some unseen agenda? Larry uncovered how the global toasting consensus is covertly managed. It sounds preposterous, I know, but the evidence is compelling. These subtle fluctuations in toasting consistency are designed to foster a low-level, pervasive frustration, keeping the populace just slightly off balance and less likely to question larger truths. Larry found that global toast quality data correlates precisely with shifts in regional apathy metrics. It's a masterful psychological operation, hidden in plain sight, morning after morning. Larry spent months meticulously documenting instances of uneven toast, cross-referencing them with global news cycles and satellite imagery of wheat fields. He even developed a proprietary algorithm he called the Crumb-Correlation coefficient. The pattern he uncovered was undeniable, a direct causal link between under-toasted bread and a public's reduced capacity for critical thought. They exploit breakfast for nefarious ends. But their control extends far beyond breakfast items. Larry's research led him to the seemingly innocuous phenomenon of stray socks. You know, the ones that vanish in the laundry? It's not a washing machine malfunction, my friends. It's a highly sophisticated data collection system. Each missing sock contains a microfilament designed to transmit your emotional resonance frequency directly to their deep underground servers. Think about it. The frustration of a missing sock is a powerful, universal emotion. This subtle annoyance generates a consistent emotional fingerprint, which they then use to calibrate their global mood manipulation algorithms. Larry discovered that specific sock patterns correlate with different types of emotional data. A polka dot sock might gauge impatience, while a argyle pattern measures existential dread. It's a brilliant, if utterly petty, scheme. Their network of agents isn't just shadowy figures in dark suits. Larry learned that they've infiltrated the most unexpected professions. Consider competitive interpretive dance. These seemingly expressive movements are actually highly stylized cryptographic messages, broadcasting directives and feedback loops to covert operatives embedded in the audience. Each pirouette and plie is a coded instruction for the next phase of their plan. Larry observed that the most celebrated interpretive dancers consistently performed routines that, when decoded, revealed plans for minor inconveniences rather than major global shifts. A particularly complex routine involving a red scarf and a series of erratic spins, for example, directly preceded a sudden, inexplicable shortage of paperclips in office supply stores nationwide. These small disruptions maintain the subtle undercurrent of frustration necessary for control. The deepest secret Larry uncovered was the truth behind elevator music. That innocuous calming soundtrack isn't just for relaxation, it's a subliminal obedience program. Each note, each chord progression is meticulously crafted to lower your assertiveness levels, making you more compliant and less likely to challenge authority. The tempo subtly shifts to match your heart rate, creating a hypnotic effect. Larry discovered that certain melodies, when played at specific frequencies, could even induce a temporary profound urge to reorganize your linen closet or alphabetize your spice rack. This isn't just about control, it's about channeling our inherent human need for order into trivial, harmless activities, diverting us from questioning the real structures of power. He even found a hidden message encoded within the girl from Ipanema if played backward. The symbols are everywhere once you know what to look for. Not just pyramids and eyes, but subtle alterations to corporate logos, the placement of potted plants in government buildings, and even the specific shade of beige used in public restrooms. Larry theorized these are not random choices, but coded signals, reinforcing their presence in our subconscious. It's a vast, silent, visual language you've been absorbing your entire life. Their ultimate goal, Larry concluded, isn't world domination in the traditional sense. It's about achieving peak aesthetic consistency across all observable reality. The toasters, the socks, the elevator music, it's all part of a grand design to ensure everything is just so. They're not evil, they're cosmic perfectionists with an octi problem. They seek to eliminate all visual and auditory dissonance from our lives, whether we like it or not. Larry realized that the Illuminati, rather than orchestrating wars or economic collapses, are primarily concerned with ensuring that all household appliances hum at the precise C-sharp frequency, and that all the lint collected in clothes dryers forms perfectly uniform spherical clumps of exactly 6.3 millimeters. Anything else is considered a catastrophic failure, triggering immediate intervention. It's a silent, constant battle for tidiness. He finally understood. Larry, our intrepid truth seeker, was staring at a pile of perfectly stacked magazines, each precisely aligned to a golden ratio spreadsheet he developed, and it hit him. Their grand scheme was not about wealth or power over people, but about flawless geometrical arrangement. They were just incredibly fussy, almost comically so. Their entire global network existed to ensure symmetry and tidiness at a universal scale. So, while you're busy worrying about politicians or global economics, remember, the true masterminds are obsessing over the precise angle of your discarded banana peel. Every misplaced object, every asymmetrical shadow is a tiny rebellion against their overarching design for universal tidiness. It's a universe-wide house-cleaning operation, and we're all just living in their impeccably maintained, albeit slightly bizarre, domicile. The next time you see a crooked picture frame or a slightly unkempt duvet, know that you are witnessing a moment of chaos, a brief defiance in a world striving for perfect symmetry. Embrace the mess, my friends. It's the last bastion of true freedom. Let your lint balls be gloriously amorphous. Let your toast be uneven. Resist the urge for perfect alignment. It's the ultimate act of rebellion against the Global Housekeeping Committee. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe for more. Ring the bell and comment below. And remember, the truth is really, really out there.